I'm here with artist Tammy Honaman, and this season, Tammy is going to be with us throughout the season to show us some different techniques that are just basic fundamentals. Welcome, Tammy.
Thank you.
So glad to have you.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here.
All right, and today we're talking about chenille stitch.
I love the chenille stitch. It's such an elegant piece of beadwork. And we'll just kind of pick up, I have a swatch already started, and we'll just work this through, show you a little bit of how it comes together. And the thing about this stitch that is a little different from like a peyote or right angle weave, it's not, each row is not the same. So you have to pay attention.
I need a diagram, girl.
Yes, and there's some illustrations in the instructions that
Okay,
help
great.
us. Yeah. And really, even though I do this all the time, like I still refer to what I'm doing. Yeah, see, I've already done it wrong. So here we're just going to pick up 2 beads. Each row is different. And once you get the hang...
So you pick up 2, and then you're going through the third?
Yeah, this little guy that I just added in the row previous.
Oh, okay.
And the way the instructions are written, it's like they're A and a B.
Okay.
And I like to do this as I learned it, where the A is the smaller bead and the B is the bigger bead. You can use any size bead. You can use smaller beads. These are size 8s and 11s. You can use 11s and 15s. There's so many other beads out there right now. You can really just kind of have fun with it. And you're just working across. And eventually the pattern tells you what to do. It just may be that you have to back out your stitch because you weren't paying attention. And that's a lesson that I learned.
The hard way, I'm sure.
The hard way. And so here, like you're now setting yourself up for the next row.
So you're always popping one, so you do a row of 2 in between, and then you have 1 that's popped out.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, but then there's another row in there where we're gonna do right now, and it kind of has a bead sticking out. So you're setting yourself up. I'm putting in the little bead. And I'm setting myself up so I can anchor these nice little delicate beads on the side. And I'll start my next row. Here, I'm gonna hold that tight, go through that guy. Okay, so see how I now added that, and now I'll just go through and add the next row.
It's really meditative.
It's so wonderful.
Go ahead and show us the next row so we can see.
Okay.
I know you're getting to a short thread here.
Yes, well, it's easier that way. So I'm gonna go through 2 beads, and really what I'm trying to do is go back to where we were in the beginning, and I'm adding those 3 little beads, which will become the anchor for the next row, which will be the 2 beads again.
Okay. So right now you're creating the pop-up row.
Correct. You got it. So eventually it tells you what to do, and maybe if I paid attention and maybe wasn't listening to an audiobook or watching a movie,
right,
I would make fewer mistakes.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's look at these swatches.
So working with colors, you know, sometimes you'll pick a bead color and they don't necessarily go together, and you've made a whole piece and you're like, darn it. And now
it doesn't work out.
It just doesn't work.
So you recommend swatching?
Totally.
And you could draw inspiration from your favorite piece of art.
Oh, definitely. And I think when you take a bead color that you really like and you swatch it together, you may find that the finishes don't work together. And it could be that the colors were great, but the finish didn't work.
So like you may use an Aurora Borealis with a matte bead or something, and it could work great.
Yes.
But by swatching, you can see really how it looks. I think this is interesting. You kind of have the opposite here, the purple and white, and then kind of an ivory color with purple. You can see how much it changes it up.
Very much, very different. And then in this one, I really didn't like, this is really a purple bead with the orange. I thought it would be perfect, and I didn't really like it at all. So then I moved to the brown and tried the brown with the purple. Really no contrast whatsoever. So if that's what you're looking for, it's fine. That didn't work for me. So then I switched to brown beads, you know, so you just kind of keep playing and keep going. And it's time invested, but I think it's better than making a whole piece and being unhappy.
But you brought these great rings, and that would be a perfect way to try this out.
Yeah, the rings are a great way to test out colors and have a finished piece.
Great ideas. And you're going to be seeing Tammy back with us throughout the season.